So, what's up guys, and welcome to Ivar's Fly Workshop. This time we will be tying a classic nymph pattern, and for that we will be using a Semperfli Nano Silk in 30 denier in black for a thread, and this is the fashion tail. This is like a unweighted traditional fashion tail. I'm using a traditional nymph hook from Arex in the size of 14. And you can find the pattern of the fly in the video's description down below, as usual. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And if you like the content of the channel, I've been working hard on this, you can support the channel if you like. And link for that you will find also in the video's description. It's a PayPal link. So, let's begin to tie this beauty. So, for the tail of the fly, we are using a pheasant tail. Actually, all the ingredients of the fly is from the same tail feather of the ring pheasant. You can, if you have like a golden pheasant, like a golden pheasant tail, I would use that if you had it. The rib of the fly to reinforce the body is a Semperfli 0.2 mil copper wire, and that comes in utterly important to strengthen the structure of the fly. I'm not using the wire as a thread, but at some point in a video I will do that to tie it in the fashion of Frank Sawyer himself. But this is of course like a Frank Sawyer's pattern, just like the Killer Bug and some other great patterns that he made. For the body of the fly, we are using a Semperfli, no, not a Semperfli, but a pheasant tail, sorry. When we tie that down to the hook shank like so, get it all the way, almost all the way back to where the tail sits, and then we get the thread forward about the place where we are going to start to build up our thorax. And this comes like so. One more. It will do. It's gonna be short thorax then. It's okay. It's gonna fish. And then we're going to grab the tag end and lock that in place with our thread. I've been using this pheasant tail flies for a long time, fishing it. So one of my favorites. Sometimes I haven't had the success I wanted, but it doesn't matter. Actually, it's a great fly anyway. With those tips of the feather, you could either keep them or trim them away. But if you keep them, you can use them as like a relax on the fly. I will do another video on another pheasant tail video on that, tied on a little bigger hook, so it will be like a beginner friendly video. So next comes the copper wire, like 3 or 4 wraps of that to reinforce the body, and then we'll lock the wire in place. And we'll helicopter the wire off when we have attached it securely. The deal with this fly is that it's an excellent nymph pattern, probably one of the very best that's ever been made, to be honest. You can make the thorax of the pheasant tail in many ways. You can dub it. You can use this peacock curls, which we are not using today. I'm just using more material of the pheasant tail itself. But there are like so many optional things to make the thorax out of. But first, we are going to take some chunk of fibers of this feather to make the back of the fly, which will go over the thorax. And we'll get our thread back there, tie in the back. It's like the shell kind of thing over the thorax. And we will leave that there. We will snip these the tips away, the tips of the feather away. You can, use them as legs if you want, but we are doing another video. Going to do another video on that and tie this fly in a proper way. Then for the thorax itself, we are also using a pheasant tail fiber, and we need to get like a decent chunk of feather for the thorax. We'll tie them in like so. And it's funny with this fly. I've caught some fish with this fly, but for some reason, my fishing partner Ingi has always had like a better success with this fly than I have had. And I taught him fishing, both fishing and fly tying. So it is a funny kind of thing. So we will snip off the tag end here. As you see, it's going to be a little bulky head, but it's okay. It's gonna fish, and it's gonna just work just fine. Then we'll do like a little hat on it to tie everything down, and then we will snip away the in a 40 to 45 degree angle, or about like this. Not too close to the thread. We are going to leave it like this. It's gonna be just fine. And then we'll do a couple of wraps, tight wraps, and then we can come in with the whip finishing tool and whip finish the whole thing, and that's gonna be about it. Then, when we are done with that, I am gonna take an advance on this fly, and we are going to coat the knot on the thread and the thorax. We are going to coat that with this UV resin I've been using. It's a Solaris Bone Cure. I like it. It's like I'm not affiliated with Solaris. Don't even think about it. But I just like this material, and it's not tacky at all. It does not smell like many other resins out on the market, and it's really nice to work with because they have this brush in it. It's really comfortable to work with. And we're not going to fry this baby with our UV torch, and we'll be good to go out fishing with it. And here you have the Frank Sawyer's PT, or pheasant tail. I just want to say to you guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and support the channel if you can. But more than that though, see you guys in the next video.